And we're away. Didn't get away as quickly as I would have liked to, but that's okay. And we managed to somehow get the job done and get on out there and lead them through. So, well, we're not leading them, but we've found a way straight through the middle there. That was a good one. Managed that nice and cleanly, so that's good. And we just keep circulating on. So, having to dub over this one because I absolutely mucked up the recording on it. I used the complete wrong OBS settings, and so yeah, it was a disaster. But that's okay. We'll do something a little bit different, see if we can make it all happen. So we look good here, going through, keeping a bit of an eye on what was going on everywhere, and certainly enjoying the race so far. A little bit of discussion going on around the place, and we managed to stay in touch. Cars were close behind. It was all looking pretty good actually. We get down into third, then to second, try to tag that just on the inside and then use a little bit of that curve on the outside. Went pretty good. And we just keep doing that right throughout the rest of this race. Very clean throughout. There wasn't a lot of carnage, to be honest. A few little incidents here and there, but mostly it was okay. I think staying well out of trouble, which is exactly what we wanted to do. And there wasn't a lot, as I say, there wasn't a lot of problems right throughout. Still having trouble getting onto that rev limiter, which does hurt. And so there was a little bit of torque going on behind as well, so there was some activity. Slap on by, and that's so far nice and safe. Whoa, and I thought he was going to come back onto me, but we managed to stay out of it. You'll notice we end up with 2 incident points, which is a bit sad. But it doesn't stop us from picking up just a little bit of safety and iRacing. Use the curves there, be brave, back and forth into this turn. I try to aim for that inside curving, but I miss it more times than not. Nice and close to these guys here, and just keeping going. It was a pretty good fun race actually. But we don't need to look at the back wheel. You can see I don't know where these cameras are, can't you? This turn is the turn I really need to concentrate on, there's no doubt about that. Keep our wits about us, but yeah, not good at it. There's also cold tyres. First few laps in the Porsche on this racetrack is terrible. He loses it in front of us. That gives us another position. So we were gifted most of our positions, and we did all right. Hard on the brakes there. Managed to work out our brake bias, and then went in a little bit heavily, almost followed him off actually, which is something that does happen quite easily. If you focus on the back of the car in front, you end up following him off. Here we go. Nice. Pretty happy. I was a little bit off the pace I think, but generally we were okay. The whole plan of this one was to ensure that we didn't pick up too many safety X's, and we did exactly that. Kept it clean, through nicely. That's what we like to see. Some good close racing, not having to defend it. I wasn't really defending, I was just trying to keep going forward here. rather than worrying about him, and I did have in the back of my mind that, look, he was a lot quicker. If he gets to a position where he's pushing too hard and switching from one side of the track to the other to try and find his way through, I was going to let him through. Because I wasn't there to end the race. And he did have a go there, and then he backed on out of it. So I thought, okay, well, we'll keep it going the way we are. And we did okay. We used the racing line to our advantage. Through here, there's really no overtaking opportunities here. Not that I've found anyway. It's usually you're fighting for survival there to keep it on the racetrack. And that's exactly what we did. We kept it on the racetrack. Is there going to be a challenge here? I think this is... Does he challenge me? Oh, no, he challenges me somewhere. I think he forced me into an off-track on that one, but we're okay. We got the McDonald's car. Yeah, he does have some troubles later on. His rejoin was atrocious. He just turned across in front of us. And that's where we ended up with, I think, a contact. It was only a 1X, so not sure. But that was... And you see, I wasn't too happy with James Havinga in front of me. Because he didn't even look around, he just come straight across in front of us after he's off. So anyway, he goes off second best in the long run. There's no doubt about that. We're doing all right though. It stayed pretty much out of harm's way all the way. Back onto this big long undulating straight. And we're okay. I do like this big long straight. This last turn, this turn at the end is a pretty good turn. You just got to get it right. Back to third, second here, and then take a little bit of curb, but I'm never on the accelerator quickly enough. Through we go through there, so I'm still learning this race car. But we're still only 4 laps into a 14 lap journey, and the tyres just are not warming to the way I like them. We still don't have the grip, and you can feel it and hear it slipping at the back end. We hold the brakes nicely here. And you can hear those tyres really screaming out abuse, abuse, abuse. But the guy behind is sort of settled back there a little bit now. But I think he has a bit of a guide through it. I run off. That's where my other 1X came from. I ran off and I had to come back on, and I kept it nice and tight. Held it tight there, slow, didn't try to fight back and let both cars through. So I think that was fair. I don't think I did anything wrong there. I didn't create any problems. But and the guy behind in the green car, he wants to have a go now. And he starts to put the pressure on. In this replay mode, we don't get that big mirror, so I haven't turned on the internal mirror, so you can't see how close he is. You can in the wing mirror. He really wants to have a go here. Starts to get pushy and shovey. You'll see him from this angle. He gets really pushy and shovey. And again, I'm trying not to play defence, because I'm trying to move forward on those 2 that got through. Because I made the mistake, and I need to try and find a way to catch back up to Elias and Dan. So I wasn't really defending the 7-up car. And again, if he'd had a clean run through, I would not have fought it. I just kept with the racing line. Exactly what that is there. And one of the guys runs wide. And they end up with a little battle behind. And I was sort of on my own once again to try and settle in. Get my headset back after that off track. Green car wanted to push the point. We had another guy there who was really giving me a touch-up on the way through there, which I wasn't too happy about. I had the line, he was on the inside, didn't like it. I think he said something, I'm not sure. Didn't hear it. I may be wrong. And then I managed to hold him at bay from there, which was nice. Ah, he said a sorry, he apologised, there we go, so that was nice of him. I didn't actually hear him, I just saw his name come up. So then he started blinking, that's right. So it was all over for him almost. So back in the cab again and we look okay. There were 6 laps of 14 and I think we're circulating pretty nicely. Again, this section of the racetrack I really need to practice. Just does not seem to be able to get it right. A lot of debris on the racetrack by now, and that hurt a lot of us. Braking about the 2. Back to second, keep it tight. Don't brake too late there because it will push you wide and you'll go out into the grass and it's all over. That's the big Michelin sign there. And we get around cleanly. So we're starting to feel a little more confident with the tyres now by about lap 7, usually the way for me. It takes about 5 to 7 laps to feel confident with the tyres and to be able to work them the way you want, and that's just me. I think others seem to be a lot more confident and don't know why. Maybe it's just me after the 14 years that I've been in this sim that I'm just being a little more careful than I need to be. Just want to take that bit of curb there, a little bit on the outside if you can, just widens the turn, and then take a bit here around the oak tree. The oak tree's gone, and don't get too wide, but enjoy the turn. It is a good turn as we take this undulating big long straight. It's a big climb up the hill, and then that downward fall of the racetrack really upsets your braking, and then we're going downhill again, but you really do need to be all over the braking and not overdoing it because the Porsche will lock up. There's no doubt about it. Here's all the racetrack there and onto that long straight once again. Looks great too. What a great load of scenery that they've built here. And we're off on another lap. Looking good. Back in the cab and we're feeling comfortable. We seem to be out there on our own most of the time. We didn't have a lot of competition to deal with, and I guess that's just one of those things that happens. But we did enjoy a fairly tidy sort of a run. Oh, now here's another one. He wanted to try and fight back, and right on the line where we needed to go. And that was Julian once again. I don't think we see him again. Use the curbing there, be brave, drop a gear, get the power down, then drop another gear, take the curbing, and go through there. Like, I'm getting more and more confident there now. The tyres are up to pressure, up to temperature, everything seems to be right. The brakes seem to be working okay, not locking up. And then having to use the steering wheel. And I've got to say the Pro G, or G Pro, whatever it is pretty tough on the hands and arms around here, especially with the feedback settings that are recommended. And I'm just wondering whether I need to pull them back a little bit, but I do go faster and I'm smoother when it is at a higher rate. So this is the recommended settings. We're looking good. This is a section of racetrack that I often run off because I forget there's a little flick to the left and to the right. So we're all out on our own now. We're nearly 3 seconds behind us, nearly 7 seconds ahead, and I cannot catch James Avinga. He vanishes. Another lap goes down and we look okay, we're safe with 2 X's. Car's performing well, and I'm sure I can go quicker, but I thought I was going to pick up some more off points there, off tracks, but it didn't happen. I'm sure I can go quicker because I cannot get below 151s. So in practice I've been okay at 150s, but I've never been able to get to 149, and that's what they're pulling the guys in front.
Moreno, please don't. No.
So perhaps I just need to do more of this racing. And the beauty is this time I was able to stay out of trouble. Power down, and the Port Power car looks to be bringing along quite nicely. Looks like he went off, he did. So that's where we don't see him back again. And the 11 car continues on its journey. Big long undulating straight to the left-hander once again through the gears. Just got to be consistent and enjoy it. Don't open the throttle too heavily, too early. Use that little piece of curbing there. I picked that hint up the other day watching Dave Cam, and he uses that little bit of curbing on the outside there, and that's his trigger to go into the left-hander, and it seems to work. If you get it, that curving, you'll get it right. Porsche's a great little race car though, isn't it? Once you start to feel comfortable in it, it is good. I'm nowhere near as comfortable as I would like to be sitting on 151s compared to 150s, 149s. But we're unfolding, we're doing it. There we go. Bit of arguing going on, I reckon. There was some silliness went on behind us. Loving that view too. Sweet. Through what I call the S's, I call it the snake or something, but make our way hard as we can up through here. A little bit of curve on the way out, and away we go. Oops. The wrong way. Sorry about the cameras. I sort of mucked it up. I didn't change my OBS back to where it needed to be for this race. I was fiddling around with it and turned everything off. I had it on the wrong setting. But enjoying it. I know that much. I was enjoying the race all the way. They flipped by pretty quickly back onto our cabin cam. And we're lap 10 of 14. We're 11 seconds behind P7. And we're 8 seconds ahead of P9. So we're sort of in no man's land. And staying alive. I guess that's where we really are at this point in the racing week, being a Saturday night. And having had an entire day in the radio studio, going live for most of it, and then doing a whole heap of recording that was required for the rest of the weekend. And because tomorrow's a big drive into the big smoke of Adelaide, we're going to do some shopping. By the time you see this, that'll probably be Sunday or Monday here. And our numbers may have changed a bit. Just that bit of curving. Took that one a little bit tighter. I don't know why. I think starting to feel the tyres not quite where they should be. Let's see. Come up to this rotten little hairpin. So we were doing okay there. We're all on our own, see? Not a stall to put any pressure on us. We've got 14 seconds ahead, which I don't know how James got that far ahead. I really don't. Maybe it's because of the draft that he was in with the other two, with Elias. I really don't know. But me with no draft, I could not get down to the 50s or like... I couldn't get down to like a 48 or 148. James Savinga, I don't know how he did that. So I've got to do a lot more practice in this car to get up to the pace. But it's okay. Right about this point in time, I've never done this sort of over-voicing before. So don't forget to like, subscribe and all the rest of it. A little bit of curving. Flashes on by once again. Looks good. Car does look good. I must say it's not a special paint or anything. It's just straight off of iRacing. I struggle trying to understand how to do the paints. I've had a look at it, listened to it, watched it. The instructions, still can't make hide nor hair of it, so I'm giving it up. And we'll just stick with these until I find somebody who can help me out. So we're looking safe here in this position. There's no way that anybody can challenge us at 8 seconds behind. And we're not challenging James. He's 7 seconds behind. Looks like he may have had an off, but he's recovered and starts to pull away again. Sort of feeling more comfortable in the car now with only a few laps left to run. Oh, it's good. The car is good. It really is. It's a whole lot of fun. One running into the pits, say, has he got a drive-through penalty or some damage or needs some tyres? Trying to get some tyres probably. By this stage we are looking for tyres. Or we are feeling the tyres wearing. But I've gotten better in this car since I got the Logitech G Pro. More feel in the hands. And the brake pedal is a lot better. I'm just operating the pedals as they came out of the box. That's probably 4 or 5 months ago. Now this is an interesting situation. I saw him and I thought he was going to back out into me. And he didn't. So I was very lucky here. I'm not too sure what happened to him, but he didn't hit anybody else but a look, which is a good thing. But I certainly thought it was going to be all over there, and that would have upset me greatly. So still hovering around on my own, 20 seconds ahead and 6 seconds behind. Car looks good, sounds good, it's doing everything it needs to do. No dramas anywhere, not slipping and sliding. And to be in the top 10, I'm pretty happy with that. So confidently it looks like we're going to pick up the more of our safety rating, but I have learned a little more about the Porsche and how to drive it. And I think I can only improve from here. As I say, it is a fun race car to drive, there's no doubt about that. Flash on by. And this should be the last lap, I think. Just have a bit of a look as they flash on by. Thought I got a little bit untidy there, I felt. But we managed to hang on to it nicely. kept it going forward, and the car looks good. It really does. Through the S's and onto that straight once again. Flick by, and we're safe. I think we're safe. Come on by, and we do look to be 100% in control and enjoying the race as it should be done. The whole thing's looking good. Enjoying that. A little bit of curve there. And I'm fairly happy with the way it all went. Checkered flags around the place somewhere, and we just sort of make our way back around a bit, just do a few extra turns just to make sure that we're okay, and we are home safely in P6. I enjoyed that. It was fun. So that's how it all panned out when it comes down to it. It was fun. So let's put it on pause, because we don't need to do this. And we'll just fumble around here. We'll go back here and we'll see if we can have a look at the incidents, shall we? Might be a little bit of a different way of doing things, but we'll give it a blast to see if we can see them. I don't know if it's going to work or not. So there was our start, pretty atrocious. What happened? Alright, there are a few incidences, I'm sure. And, wow, big hit. Come on. Everybody dives in on the first turn, and terrible rejoin. And he got the smack where he deserved, an extra smack. There it is. Terrible rejoin. He's upset this guy's race, though, the 16, that's for sure. Another run into the back. You know, just because you think you should have the space doesn't mean you have the space. It's as simple as that. Oh, goodness. You may be outpacing him, or drift wide and cut back down onto the racing line. Look, you've drifted wide. You've got to give people room. And here we go. He forces his way up on the inside. He's off the racing line. Forces the silver car wide. And has no intention on racing fairly. And of course you don't get to see exactly what's going on. Well, it's a pretty ugly looking car, so yeah, and a shocking result there. And this is the guy, he did that in front of us, and there we go through there trying to run down the green car. And he goes again. Havinga, here's the problem. Ah, that was where we got a bit of a touch up. Okay. Oh no, that's not me. That's the 18. Okay. Blinker, right. Oh. Big heavy hit there. 7 up. Oh, very close. And around the corner. And the Valvoline car goes around. So does he. A lot of them are just silly mistakes. But if you look at their level of license, they're still fairly green. And quite possibly shouldn't be in this class as yet. I know you got to learn. Alright. And then, oh, that's that ugly looking colour. Do not like that. And is he going to hit him? Yeah, of course he is. He figures that the spot is his. Some silliness going on. And he really needs to just go through a McDonald's drive-through, grab something to eat, grab a coffee and get out of it and go and watch. And yeah, he's had some issues. Here he comes again. It's like they don't care about any of the figures and their points. So we're at the end. Parks it up there and that is it. Okay. So we ended up with pretty good results too. So let's hope we've got it all sorted out. This is the results. We picked up 0.21 in safety rating, 47 in iRating. Strength of field was 1,242. So that's good. We're nearly back where we started this week off. We were at 3.9 or 3.89 or something. So we still got a fair bit to go, but we'll get there. Don't worry about that. If you like, please click the subscribe button, the like button, and maybe leave a message or two. It'll be nice to talk to you. I do this for fun because I like to have some involvement with people. I'll catch you at the next one, all right? See ya.